In this section, I want to talk about Task View, and this is kind of a new tool in Windows 10. That's a cool feature. And in this, preview version, I have some limited functionality in Task View, and I just want to show you how you can group your applications into different areas. And you cannot call them a desktop. Actually, they are just grouping up, applications. This is what I mean by task view here. So how can I do that? I can find task view in taskbar here. I click on that and you can see it gives me the ability to add a desktop. As I told you, this is not a real desktop. I cannot change the background. I cannot change the order of icons here. I click on that. As you can see, I have two different desktops, and I want to show you the limitations first. If I go to the second desktop here, if I try to change the for example background, I just go to desktop background and I select one of the backgrounds here on solid colors. For example, I select this color, okay, and save changes. Now if I go to task view, I can see that both desktops have the same background image. As you can see, this is solid color, of course. So changing the background of a desktop changes everything. So let's go back here and change the desktop background back to what it was. Just want to go to the scene and select all of them, and 3 minutes is the default thing, and save changes. What if I add some icons to one of these desktops? If I try to add icon, for example, I click here and right click on this, and no, there is nothing here. Just drag it on the desktop. You can see now I have an icon on my desktop. So again, if I go to task view and change the desktop, I can see the same icon in the same place. So actually this is not a new desktop. This is just a grouping of applications. So how can I group my applications in multiple desktops? Assuming that I am opening an application, first let's go and type Notepad. For example, this is a simple application that is that has experienced no change. It is kind of sharks or crabs that have not changed from millions of years ago. This is kind of an old program. So I have this. If I go to multiple desktop, I can see that this is open in the first desktop. Okay. Now, if I want to open another application in the first desktop, that's okay. You can just click here and go and open another application. For example, I want to open Paint. So I type Paint, and Paint is open in this desktop. Okay. Now let's go to the second one. Click on Task View, go to the second desktop, and now I want to open another application here. For example, a browser. Now I have this. I want to open, let me go to one of these submenus. For example, under Windows System, I want to open Control Panel. Okay? Now, if I go to Task View, I can see two desktops here down in the page. On the bottom of this page, I can see two desktops. And if I hover my mouse over one of these, I can see the applications open in this desktop. So if I want to open one of these applications, I can just go and select it from here or here. I want to open Paint, I open Paint, and Paint is brought to front, and I can do whatever I want to. I want to open the browser, I click here, and browser is in the second desktop. I go here, and browser is here. I just type the link that I want to go. And this is the way I, shift between different programs in Task View. Now, what if I want to close one of these desktops? What happens to the open applications? Let me do this. I want to close the second desktop, and by closing these, applications are not going to be closed. Let me show you. Now you can see that all of those applications have moved to the first desktop. This is the default desktop that is here. Now I want to show you something. I have opened too many applications. Supposing that I have, for example, let me open something else. Go to Windows Accessories and open one of these applications, calculator for example, or go again here and open, this is a new application here. Let me go to Windows Accessories, Math Input Panel. Yes, no, this is not new. It has been here since Windows 7. So I have multiple applications in this desktop, and it is going to be so messy. I want to move them to new desktops, and now if I go to Task View, I only have one desktop. Okay, let me add some desktops here. Before adding the desktop, if I right click on one of these icons, there is no ability to create a new desktop and move the application at the same time. So let me go here, click on add a new desktop. I want to add another desktop, and now you can see that I have 4 different desktops. Now how can I move the applications? Let's go to Task View again, and now if I go to Task View, I can see that I have different applications open. Right click one of these applications and you can see Move To. Now I want to move it to desktop 2, I want to move it to desktop 4, I want to move it to desktop 2 again, and this one I want to move it to desktop 3. Now I want to move this to desktop 3 as well. Now I have put all of my applications into different desktops. So let me open this one. This is, come on between all of them. Open this one and open the last one. As you can see, I can open different applications first and then organize them into different tasks. So this is not similar to what we had in sysinternals. We had something in that it was called multiple desktops. It is not like that, but it gives us the ability of grouping different applications, and I think this is a cool feature.